Hello! We're back from our long Europe trip. We were on the road for almost 4 weeks. We spent time in Poland, in Czech Republic, in Austria, in Slovenia, and then 1 full week in Hungary before we headed back home. So this is from when Spam was 25 weeks old and we spent a week in Hungary. We finally had a bigger Airbnb where I have space to do some shaping with her, working on her hold, working on her circling the cone, which was really good because I didn't have the time or space to do that in the weeks before. So I feel like we made a lot of progress during this week. When we didn't spend time at our apartment, we spent 1 or 2 hours each day at an agility hall where my older dogs were working with Thomas Try. Traveling with her has been easier than I thought. She's been a very good puppy. She's settled into new places. She's been so chill in cities, and it's just been easy to travel with her. She's not chill about agility dogs. So when we've been in arenas where there's agility, she has a very hard time focusing on me. She's quiet, but she really wants to watch, and she watches very intensely. It's a herding behavior that she could do forever if I allowed it. So this is something that I will have to work on a lot with her. I want her to be relaxed around agility, and I want her to be able to focus 100% on me, even though others are training in the background. This is not where we're at right now. She's able to focus on some very simple skills. She's able to tug, but anything that's a little bit hard and she'll start focusing on dogs working. I know that this is something that we'll have to work on, but at the same time, I know that a lot of things that I've worried about with her, like being afraid of cars when she was 12 weeks old, is something that just disappeared once I gave it time. So sometimes the best course of action is not to do something about the problem right away. It might be better to give the puppy a break, work on your relationship, work on making training fun, and just give them time to mature. I think sometimes if we expose them to something that's really hard for them, we might make the problem worse. So for now, I think I won't bring Spam in when it's too much excitement. I might bring her in when there's a course walk or dogs doing obedience or something that is not as exciting. We've worked on her circling a cone. I brought her cone with us and we brought it out in the apartment and had a lot of short sessions where I tried to build up the fun in circling the cone. With just shaping and no cues, she was making a lot of progress, and at the end of the week I could use both the cues in the same session. I still don't think she really understands them, but she does do better than Chance. And I tried to help her a little bit by giving the cue that I think she's likely to do so that she doesn't have a lot of failure. But I was really happy with this session, and I feel like we've taken a big step forward in her circling behavior that I later will use for her tight turns to left and right on jumps.
to talk about forever, talk about the weather, to know any better. I just want to laugh until I can't breathe. Midnight moonlight dancing, never get enough sleep. Oh, the whole night through.
Something I started already in Poland was her hold for the retrieve. I usually wait until the puppy has their adult teeth so that I know that they can hold it nicely. I tried starting by holding the object with Spam, and I got her to both pick it up and hold it for a short amount of time, but I felt like we didn't make a lot of progress. I had a hard time getting from that one bite and pull to a sustained hold. So I decided to try some different approaches. She knows to put things into my hand when I use the hand as a target, so that was something I thought that we could use to get a sustained hold, where she could pick something up and then wait for my hand to be presented and maybe start holding a few seconds before I present the hand. So I started working on this and it did go fairly well. She would hold, but she would also wave her feet around for no reason. She could sit really nicely, but when she had something in her mouth, she either played with the toy or started waving her feet around. So I decided to help her a little bit with some reverse luring. Reverse luring is where I hold an open hand with treats in front of the dog. And if she tries to take the food, I'll close my hand and open it up again as soon as she holds the object. Reverse luring can be hard at first, but usually it serves more as a help for the dog to focus on something and concentrate. And this is what happened for Spam. I realized that if I moved my hand more than I usually do, she had something to watch, and that made her be perfectly still. And then I could then fade that help to get a very nice hold for many seconds.
We don't wanna grow up. We just wanna be young. Play and make believe. Come and rescue me. Feel the sun on my skin and scream. We don't wanna grow up. We just wanna have fun. Wild and free. Maybe we could dream farther than our eyes have ever seen. I don't wanna grow up.
I'm really pleased with that development, and you can see the first session where I actually figured out the moving hand thing with her here. So next week I'll show you what a good holder she is now.